Welcome back to Feather of Ma'at. I am Izzy Noodles and we are about to begin the final level, so let's slide on down to finish this one. There we go, there are my statistics. And here we are. There was no real reason for me to start the level with the slide, I'm just a woman of simple pleasures. So, straight away we'll have a jackal. And in the dark corner we have some flares, following the theme here, the flares being in dark corners. And also just here we have this gate, and we have this. Now this is not a gate, that does not open, but you can just see behind there is a lever, so that is something we will have to figure out for later. We'll need to find a way to get to that lever. But for now there's nothing else to do, just in this opening area, so just continue this way. And as I come on through, there's a bunch of stuff to the right, but I'm taking a left, because we need to find 2 Scarab Talismans to be able to use on receptacles. So just crawling on through to this room. Okay, and then heading straight over to the far wall at the back, just to pick up a Medpack. Now you may have seen a lever right above me there, right above the Medpack, so we need to make our way around to there. So to do that we have to come this way and start hopping around. Okay, so just make these jumps, they're not too tricky, but this last one over to here is actually kind of dark. You can't tell that there's some slopes there. So be sure to grab in the air as well, hop over that, that's a gap with a slope. Now don't drop down just yet. If you do drop down in this new room, that's fine, you can easily climb on up on the sandy slopes, that's fine. So you just want to make your way up to here. And here we go, this is the lever that I pointed out. Awesome stuff, so now that gate is open, but I will not go back there just yet. I will finish in this section first. So now we've done that, we can head on down. Oh, so continuing along, we're gonna now get over to the lever. So there are some slopes in the sand, these slopes in this new room. Oh. So she might not jump as you want her to, but you can easily get back to where you were. You just don't want to be landing on this first room, Don't drop down, because you will have to make those jumps all over again. So I'm just hopping over here for some arrows. And then hop on back. And you may have spotted the gate. I didn't point out the gate that's over here, but the lever has opened up this gate. So coming on through, we can see that there's really not much to do here. There's a closed off section there. There's a tiny gap there, but we can't go through. There's nothing to do. So continue along, just climb up the ladder. And then there's this movable block that's blocking the path, so just push this all the way out the way. Okay, and once you climb down off the block, you can see this room is actually quite similar to the previous room, except this one doesn't have such a caved-in opening just there. So if you go through and investigate, you'll realize that there's a high ledge. We can use this block, we can push this block all the way down there and use it to climb up. I got a little stuck there. Okay, doing a roll helps me out. Climb on up, and we have a lever, so just go ahead and pull that. And it's not shown us what it's done, but it sounded wet. So now let's just return back the way we came. There's nothing else to do here. So yeah, jumping on up, let's do it the quicker way. Huzzah, there we go. We have filled this section with water. So this is quite clever. I quite like these puzzles because you can swim through this little gap now. But the little gaps like that are so annoying. You can get stuck so easily. So now we're in here. We have the first Scarab Talisman. Awesome. So yeah, now just swim back out. And yeah, like I say, she gets stuck very easily, so just keep moving left and right. That wasn't so bad. Okay, so now we are completely done in this area and we can go back to our starting point. There we go. So I will just ready my shotgun as well because now we have some jackals that have spawned through here. I kind of didn't want them to be so close. Okay, while they're a little further away, while they're distracted with the howling, I'm going to crawl out because you can't stand up when you think you can. There's a sloped ceiling. Cool. I managed to. I think I shot one of them shot them both with one shot at some point. That was a bit strange, but okay, it's all good. It's all good. So now I'm going to return back to the very first room because remember I opened the gate. And inside is our second Scarab Talisman. Nice. But uh-oh. We've managed to trigger some fire and some spikes, and we're shut in. Psych. There we go, we are free to leave. So that's another fun trap, a very Troll Raider moment. So all you gotta do is give it a moment, and then the trap will stop. Everything will just go out, and you'll be fine. It's quite amusing, because in your panic, you will start running around trying to find a different way out, and just kill yourself. I love it. So here is where we can use the first Scarab Talisman. So open up this gate, slide on down. And we just need to hop up this ledge. So hop into this flat part. And then you'll need to do a running jump up to there. Awesome stuff, 2 jackals there to kill. And if I just come to the end, let me just show you. Okay, so we have this pit. We can easily climb in and out of this pit from right here in front of me. Like, not from where I am, but that section ahead. So if I look around, you can just see the receptacle where I placed the Scarab Talisman just sticking out of the wall a little bit along the edge. So that's to give you some kind of bearings. That's where I entered. And you can exit this pit from ahead of me, just there, and ahead of me there. You can't see very well because of this pillar that's in front of me. But now from here, we need to get up to that balcony ledge there, so we can't reach that from the pits, so we'll need a block. So here is our block, this greeny blue, but we can't pull it out because there's a gap, so that's what we're working on next. We need to fill that gap to get the block. Now, as I stand here, you just saw that gate at the end open. Now, this is a very dangerous and timed run. Highly recommend a save. So along here, we'll have some treacherous traps. So once you hit the first scarab, you'll want to do a roll from sprinting. Dang it, that did not work out at the second one. But my health was still pretty good there. I got clipped by the spinning blades, but I have had about a quarter health after that in the past. So that wasn't too shabby. It looked shabby, but I think I got lucky. So just do your best there, it can be very tricky. And there we go, after pulling that lever right there, we can now go back to the block. Yeah, the door is timed as well again, just to emphasize that. Okay, and we'll just need to push this straight off the ledge. Okay, and just so it's in the perfect spot so we can reach both of these balcony ledges, you'll just need to move it once this way. And then once this way. Nice. So heading back to where I came from, you probably already spotted these torches, so this is what we need next. We need to sort a torch puzzle, take a lit torch to the new balcony that we can now access. Nice. And as we come on through, we can see exactly where we're going to be using the torch. So we're going to light this. Now let me just point out there's a gate here with a lever behind it. That's the main goal in this section. And a gate there. So that's the gate that will open when I use the torch. So recommending another save. And the reason being, we now have a fire ray. So we'll not need the torch anymore. Come into this room that's now opened, pull this lever, and now run to the very far end. I've opened 3 gates along the right hand wall. We want to come to the end one and jump into the water to get rid of the wraith. And also pull this lever while we're here. There we go, so that's opened that gate. Now this is another awesome troll raider moment. So this room has a blue hue to it, and the reason I came all the way to the end instead of coming into these other 2 rooms is you'll notice these 2 rooms both have a red hue to them. They're kind of red in colour. Also there's some shotgun shells here. Now if you hop into the water in these closer 2 rooms, you'll burn up and die. I love it, it's so mean. So you don't want to hop into that water. Okay, so now we have no idea what that did, so if you've not already investigated and looked around, that's going to be a bit tricky to figure out, but I will show you. So now we're hopping up to this section. So what it did was open this gate, and inside here is a keyhole. That is it. We do not have a key. We can, however, pick up these flares, and that's all we can do, but at least we're ready for when we find a key. We have the gate open. So now this is the last door along this side. That's a dead end now. So using the second Scarab Talisman here, just going to equip my pistols. We have some scorpions. Okay, and next job, get that gate open. So there's 2 rooms, one left, one right. I recommend you go to the right first. It really doesn't matter, but I will show you the reasoning. So here we can see we have a mirrored ceiling, and we can see in the ceiling there's an invisible lever on the wall. So here we go ahead and pull this lever. This is actually lever 1 of 2. We need to pull a second one to open that gate. So now heading into this room, and the reason I suggest going into that first room first is because there is no mirror on the ceiling. But the rooms are identical. There is the second lever right here. And now that gate is open. Okay, so not gonna lie, I hate this room. We need to climb up to the top. So on the wall across there, over that way ahead of me, there is an opening you can just see. There are some flares down there, but because the ceiling is sloped, you can easily jump to the gap, but you cannot jump out of the gap. I've tried so many different styles of jumping, the half tile jump, going diagonal across that section with the half tile jump to get some extra distance along that space, but you just don't have the room to be able to do kind of a running jump or whatever back. You can't do a standing jump, you'll not make it. So if you can get the flares there, then cool, good for you. I have never been able to, so I will leave them behind. Okay, so to start climbing, just head over to here. And I will save a lot in this room, as I've said, I hate it. Now that way there is a scorpion, so just deal with that, come on through. The ceiling is sloped, so that's why she's not standing up. There we go. There's like a little path going around to the right, there's nothing there. Nothing to my left. Okay, so make it to here and then across this way, and now I'm going to equip my my shotgun. So you can see the gap in the ledge. You can also see there's a scarab beetle. So we need to jump across there and shimmy around, and while we're doing that, the beetle is going to try and take chunks out of you. It's so annoying, and it can just vary on how much damage you will take here. Ooh, nice try, you missed. And yes, it can go through the wall just there. Cheating. Nice, that was a couple of good blind shots right there. So from here you can see an opening, but just to the right of me, I mean, that square opening that looks like there's a gate. That's actually the top half of the gate underneath. So that shouldn't be there really, but that is a secret, but we'll get that on the way back, so we'll not get it just yet. I'm gonna head over there. So just gonna equip my pistols and then wait. We'll have another scorpion come around the corner, but this one's a little tricky because it can come right up close to you before you realize, and she doesn't target them if they're too close. They really can do a real good number on you. Okie dokie. It's in my way. I'm stuck. Let me in, please. Okay. Continuing. Okay, so grabbing the monkey bars, I'm going to drop down onto this tile. So I can continue straight across. There's an opening there that's not so obvious. But I do need to take a quick detour just into here. Now I recommend you don't jump into there, because you'll have to do a fake grab. If you just hold the grab, that's actually a bit of a ladder above there. She'll grab that and then you've got nowhere to go. You'll have to plummet down. So just hop the corner. It's the easiest way to do that. So in this room we've got some shotgun shells. And we have this lever. Now these dart traps, they are kind of poisonous. Your health bar will change colour, but your health will not keep going down. So it's all good. So that opened a gate at the very top of the room. So imagine you've made it to the top and the gate is closed. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we need to open that. So continuing back to here, and then we can grab the monkey bars. And I recommend try not to go too far into this because Lara's feet will start and go through the floor. It gets a little weird and complicated, so do be careful just there. And just to the right there's some more shotgun shells. Okay, recommending a save right here. If you go off the monkey bar section, she will fall down. So this is complicated. You see, I'm gonna hit a straight edge. Lara's gonna turn regardless. She will turn. But I feel like you do want to make sure you turn a bit because then you are all the way forward and you are guaranteed to grab this. So if you think you're forward without turning, for me personally, she misses. She will just plummet straight on down. So I recommend making sure you turn to make sure you've actually properly hit the edge. Little annoying because you'll have to realign to make sure you are straight, but that's the best way to do it. So before heading through the gate that I opened, just grab those flares. Just gonna shoot that. That's got a medpack inside. And here we have a tomb key. So this is the key that's needed for the keyhole. So from here, we're going back down. Yes, yes we are. I really wanted to grab that just to spare my med packs. Not that it matters, but now I will definitely have to use more than one more med pack. That's so annoying. Oh my god. Okay, so from here we're heading to there. So if you look around, you see the secret gap right on the left side of the screen. It looks like you can make that jump, but you can't. Unfortunately, you just can't make the jump from here. So now jumping down, you will take some damage hitting that. But from here, we can easily just grab this ledge again. This is where the Scarab Beetle was giving us some grief. Okay, and then we can head straight into the secret. So it does kind of seem like the bars from the gate is going to get in the way there. But once you're inside the gap, they actually disappear. So that's very handy. So I should have already lit a flare. This is a very dark gap. And here we go, a large medpack. Oh, well, it's a good job I wasn't gonna plummet to my death as she threw the flare and didn't grab. It's all good though, I'm fine. I will be able to live through this, maybe not mentally, but physically, I'm fine. Okay, so we can now use this keyhole. We have the key to use here. It's mostly when I know I don't need to use excess med packs. It really bugs me when I end up making silly mistakes. So yes, this is another med pack level, but you only need to use one at a certain point. But now I'll have to need to use two. Okay, so using the key opened up this gate. Head on through. And from here. So we do have the chance to grab a secret, but it's a one-shot secret. So just roll to the edge. Make sure you're facing this way, slide. If you'll fall and grab. Okay, and let go and grab. This is the secret. Awesome stuff. Okay, so from here we will have to slide down. So if you start to slide, don't grab anything, she'll overshoot the top mark, the top flat mark, and land here. This is fine. This is where we're first going to start. And then shoot that just for a med pack. And here we have a room with boulders in the ceiling. Yes, yes indeed. So you have to be careful where you step, but you do want to trigger one of them because it's going to crash into the gate and open the gate for us. So across here on this tile, this is the tile that's going to trigger the boulder that we need. And this lever is timed, but I will show you what it does. So it's opened a gate in this section and spawned this guy who seems to be on fire. Now we can get back to the top of the pyramid if we loop around and slide back down onto the pyramid. But if that guy touches you, you will be set on fire. So we'll need to kill him. It is required. You just can't get past this unless you kill him. So, camera. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. I will take the opportunity to just kill him and then make the timed run. It's so much easier. Triggered a boulder. It's so much easier to do the run if he's not shooting at you. And usually, yeah, I would just take the damage. And it's kind of upset me that my health is so low. This is actually, now I'm thinking about it, what I saved my Uzis for. So usually, yeah, as I say, I would just stand here, take the damage. I'm being stubborn. So the moment he bends down here, just hop back. If you're on this tile, you can easily hop back without jumping into the doorway. You know, hitting yourself. So once you're out of Uzi ammo, it won't take long to kill him, which is fine. Oh, he's dead. Okay, so that was fine. I am actually pleased with that. So, as I said, I wouldn't usually be hopping backwards and forwards, but I was being stubborn because I took extra damage. It's not okay. But now this is the point where I would just go ahead, use Medpack, because we can. It's all okay now. Right. Continuing. So back to here, we're going to pull this lever again. So the camera angle will not move. You see we're already here at the camera angle before I've even pulled the lever. So I'm just going to save. It's my ritual. I save before timers. And then hopping back. Gosh darn the camera. But now we're not going to be shot at by the demigod. It makes it a really easy run. You have so much time to make this. So you can only come this way around the room each time. So that's the ladder that leads back up to the top of the pyramid. Oh, I thought I was gonna just fall. What's this? Okay, leave that for now. Magic. I suppose really I didn't even need to use a big med pack. A small one could have done it. Never mind, it's all good, it's all good. Things are still going my way, so be careful at the bottom of here because there's this pit which is a spike trap. So do be careful. I'm equipping my shotgun because there's going to be a skeleton gonna pop out and a trap here. Just walking forward to avoid that. Okay, no, usually I can lure him out of that room, but obviously, no, of course not. So in this case, I'm just gonna... Oh. Oh, okay, we're doing it this way now, apparently. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I needed to change the weapon. That's fine, there's another pit there. Okay. Oh, in you go. Go on. Go on. Go on. You know you want to. Right, usually I would just hop backwards over this pit. As he's going to jump over this, I'd shoot him in. But okay, it still worked out fine. It's fine. We're okay. Forgot about that one. It's fine. We're okay. So now, this gate was already open. Let me show you what's occurring in here. So the moment I run on in, we will have some spike traps trigger on the ground and we need to get to the jump switch before the final trap triggers. So we can run through the spikes, but we do not want to be on the tile once the trap triggers. That will kill you. So yeah, if you don't line up to be able to jump immediately, sidestepping is going to waste your time. You don't want to have the opportunity to need to sidestep. You will die for sure. So I recommend just... Maybe I should have jumped. I don't know. I think that's going to go wrong. Oh no! Okay, that's fine. This went fine. You see, we're having some good moments among the nonsense. But that's opened this. There's a couple of scorpions inside. Just gonna... whatever. YOLO the shotgun with the scorpions. It's all fine. And we have this lever. And that has opened a trapdoor on the pyramid. So now we're all done down here, we can loop back around and try and get into the trapdoor. So being careful not to overshoot here. You don't want to run off. So this is a tricky jump as well. Okay, so now we have the opportunity to grab this. You probably could do it before, but just better safe than sorry, I suppose. I think I've literally only just said that. And there we go. So the ladder will lead us back up to the top. Okay, and just to clarify, in front of me that looks like it could be a receptacle. It's not, it's just a decoration. Grab a medpack. Okay, and this time you'll need to slide backwards and grab, because then you can land straight on top. Now, if you slide backwards and grab and then let go a bit too soon, she'll actually kind of do the fake grab and slide that way. I mean, you can save yourself, but you still don't want to do that. So, figuring out if you can't see the trapdoor, the way to go is the way with the patterned tiles. So straight down this way. Nice. So climb on out, just grab a medpack. And here we have the Feather of Ma'at. So once you've grabbed that, you want to be careful because this door immediately opens. Grab my pistols. And we have a demigod. Who's on fire? Awesome stuff. So now we have the Feather of Ma'at, we just got to escape. So running all the way through, hit the wall, just for good measure. And once we're on this, you see the camera angle changed there. This is an elevator. How very convenient. Modern technology. So there will be an opening you want to quickly hop off, but we have one last secret. So I want to be on the west wall in this corner. So if you don't hop off the elevator in time, you got some spikes. But if you want to get to the last secret, we will still take some damage from the spikes. So we'll get real close to the top. So I am pressing forward even before we're anywhere near this opening. So that was quite a bit of damage there. And there we go. We got some shotgun shells, which is kind of annoying at the moment. At this point in time in the game, it's a wasted pickup. We will not need any other weapons. Maybe the pistols will do. But yeah, for me, I find it irritating. But anyway, this is the gap you would have hopped off if you didn't want the last secret, or if you didn't realize it was there. That's the elevator. So you gotta be quick. Otherwise you'll definitely die. Okay, so in here we just need to make our way around to the monkey bars, so we just need to jump up to here, hop across, and then we can grab them. Follow them round. Okay, and then just go ahead and climb up this ladder. So the only enemies left are scorpions. We have a couple in this room. I suppose you don't even need to kill them really, just keep on running. So you can head this way once they are down. And in here we actually have a couple of timed runs. So the block there, you can see the tile on the ground is an odd tile, so we need to raise that up to reach that higher column. So to do that, the lever is through this way. There's usually a scorpion. There it is. Give him a chance. He's coming. Okay. And one last pickup of flares here in the dark corner. And I will just have a save because I like to save before timers. Okay, so just pull the lever and I just tend to jump back and come straight down without hitting anything. So it might be snug because I hit the wall. Whoa, just. Okay, and we need to pull another timed lever which will raise this block ahead of me so that we can grab the ladder. Now it does look like a ladder, but it's not. So we just need to raise up a block. So because it's a timer after a timer, you might want to have another save just in case you miss this. I tend to sidestep and roll so her back's against the wall. You will need to grab in the air because there's a lip ledge in the ceiling. And then just run up to the wall. Jump straight on up to the ladder. Now just keep climbing on up. There's no items. We've got a few rooms along the way, but there's nothing in them, so just keep on going. So once you reach the top, this is a ladder which breaks with tradition. So with it being a long ladder as well, it's kind of cruel. You don't want to jump back. You want to just shimmy to the side. Okay. You will plummet down if you jump back. So here we have this block. Just move this out so we can get behind it. So we'll actually be putting it onto this trigger tile. Okay, and that's opened a door. This room looks a little familiar, huh? So now come behind it. We've gained access to this room. This is where we picked up the tomb key. So yeah, if you were here and wondered what would happen, you can grab the block that's here, but you cannot push it. So you can't leave before you've done everything. You'll need to actually grab the feather before leaving. because that's the point. You could go backwards, I suppose. But we opened up access to here now, so just push this block out of the way. Okay, hop on up, we can see daylight. So head on out of the pyramid and there we go, adventure complete. So if there's any parts that my commentary's been struggling on, I am sorry. I had to re-record this because something messed up with my recordings when I went to record it, went to edit it like 2 weeks later. So it was really out of mind by that point. So I hope it's gone well. I think it has. Few mistakes, but what's new? So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the Feather of Ma'at, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.